fittingly, the man to kick the ball into the new era of Origin football is the man that was there on day one back in 1980, Mal Meninga. It will be New South Wales to defend the southern end of the Sydney Football Stadium. And straight away Andrew Enninghausen feeds Roberts. And up there is Paul Horton. Going into dummy half is Ben Elias. Tremendous play by Bradley Clyde to take play beyond the quarter line. Elias working open side. Big roaches, well met by Fullerton Smith. A long pass from Stewart. It goes to Daly. And Daly tries to break through the first line of defence, but he was wrapped up very well by Hagan. Good work by Hagan. Now taking it away is Michael O'Connor. Beautiful ball. Here's Bradley Clyde. Pull back to beat his Canberra teammate. It goes back. Forward pass, was it? And the referee denies Ricky Walford a try on debut. He was right on the spot to award it. Good refereeing by the Queenslander.
Perfect stuff. Here's Gillespie looking for support. He finds Walford. What a break from Bradley Clyde off a Michael O'Connor pass. Queensland a bit thin in midfield.
We've still got a cracker of a match on our hands here tonight.
Certainly have, but as I was saying a short time ago, some big hits coming in, and there's another one on that occasion.
There it is again, Bill. Staines, Roberts hits him with everything bar the kitchen sink. They stop dead in their tracks.
So, Talanga. Alfie with a little grubber kick. He's following out after it. He takes it on the toe. He got to push away a little bit, I feel, on that occasion. Referee Manson says play on. Steve Waters slowly getting back onto his feet. Looking around for support. There's plenty of it too. Coming through over there was Roberts. He sends a pass outside. O'Connor, can he get it back inside to Wishart? He can, but he's lost the ball. Going to be picked up by Queensland. Can they run it out? Yes, they can. Crowd starting to rev up. They're looking for a penalty here. Benny Elias with it. They keep it going. Nice work. Roach coming up the centre. He unloads it to Elias, doubling around again. There's a bit of problems coming up if they get it wide. Daly swings it away this time, cutting his way through over there. This time is O'Connor. O'Connor to Walford. He kicks through, following it after it. And Les gets back there in the in-goal area.
It will be a penalty. Correct decision. Ricky Walford was taken out of play after he put the kick in. Now, all the players are well out on the open side there. If he gets it through the goal, it's 2 points. I think Queensland have stacked too much in front of Michael O'Connor. They have not got enough players on the far side for mine.
There it goes. He kicks for goal. He hasn't stuck it through, but they're flying through. It's going to be Queensland caught in the in-goal area, but took it on the full. No.
There was a bit of two players touched it, Bill, but you cannot be offside in your own in-goal area. Have a look at it here. The ball bounces forward. There's Shearer catching the ball. Cannot be offside in your own in-goal area. The crowd was calling for a penalty. No chance.
Now Daly goes to dummy half. It's on the final tackle. And it's been knocked. It's been touched inside. They're all onside. A chance for New South Wales. Clyde, beautiful pass for Elias. And he's a metre short. 6 tackles to go for New South Wales. Queensland in desperate defence. Clyde, beautiful cut-out pass. Enninghausen takes it and taken into touch. Desperate defence by Dale Shearer. Now the long pass. Good defence by New South Wales. That's forced the error, but it's allowed them to attack out wide. Paul Horton got the pass away to the flying McIndoe, and he did beautifully to hang on to it. McIndoe gets to play the ball. Oh, there's the knock-on in dummy half.
Second time Queensland have made a bad error from the dummy half position.
Midway between the half and the 22, it's at Queensland's end of the ground. The Canberra halves of Stewart and Daly combined beautifully. Daly in the space. The pass out this time, O'Connor. That pass is forward. So they've bombed another one. Well, Billy, I don't know how this crowd keeps going. It hasn't stopped the noise here at the Sydney Football Stadium for 30 minutes.
Well, they've waited a long time to have something to cheer about.
Here goes Daly. Got the pass away to Magore. That pass was forward again. It's back for Enninghausen. He got the pass away beautifully. Elias. The pass over the top. Ricky Walford tried to stand up the defence. Got it away. That's a try to New South Wales. Beautiful pass. And I think it's Magore. The crowd goes berserk. And Mark Magore opens the scoring.
They had to
watch it in replay.
They had to wait for a long time. Finally, Laurie Daly once again does well to get his hands on the outside. Have a look at this, just in beside the defence. I thought Vaughton had done well to get to Magore. Now Magore was tackled there, actually gets up to score this try. Enninghausen bounces out of one tackle. Good pass up to Elias. Ricky Walford then has to receive the ball and beat Alan Langer. He then gets caught from behind. There's Belcher, but great pass up. Brilliant hands, Magore. He bounces across the try line. No semblance chance of a double movement. From the corner camera, this will look great. Here's Laurie Daly, takes on the defence, creates the opening for Mark McGaw. Back on the inside, Eddinghausen. Langer goes high and can't make the tackle. There's the follow-up one, though, by Les Kiss. Always backing up as Benny Elias. The over-the-top pass. Ricky Walford gets away from Alan Langer, but not from Belcher, who came late. There's the bouncing try. New South Wales finally get a reward. At least attempt to steal the ball.
Oh, it's probably Benny being an assistant to the referee, as he normally is. So there's another big tackle coming in.
Silly.
Touch judge coming in. He took a while to make up his mind. So the penalty to New South Wales. So the New South Wales lead is 6 points to 0 coming into the half-time break. And a Queensland team who've done an enormous amount of defence out there. This is Bella. Bella to the quarter line. There's the hooter. And that brings us up to a sensational 40 minutes of play. And New South Wales go to the break. A lead here at the Sydney Football Stadium of 6 points to 0.
Referee David Manson blows time on in the second half. Michael O'Connor drives the ball deep towards the southern end of the football stadium. It's taken by Gary Belcher. First touch of the football in the second half for Les Kiss. And Bradley Clyde wrestles him back another 2 or 3 metres. Steve Walters a dummy half. And Big Mal Meninga takes it upfield. Well, we'll come back to you in a moment because McIndoe puts it high in the air across towards Eddinghausen. He's been taken out, lost. Players ruled onside. It's a Queensland ball, but the referee will rule the knock on. New South Wales. Queensland move it that way through Bella. Straightened it well, got the pass. Fullerton Smith taken in the tackle. Now they move Langer. The little kick through. Beautifully fielded. Ricky Stewart tidies it up.
Yeah, they're forcing errors on New South Wales because they're the ones being forced to play inside their own territory. Kick early.
And interference on Gary Belcher. Has the referee spotted it? He hasn't. Takes play over the quarter line as the cheers go up for the Blues again. And Ricky Stewart drives it. It's a clever kick. Look at the chase by Elias. Back goes Gary Belcher. He'll field it just outside his own goal line. And that is a magnificent chase by the New South Wales captain. New South Wales hell-bent on breaking this winning sequence that so far stands at 8 in a row for Queensland. There's the turnover that could be vital. Laurie Daly, this is a try. No try.
He's called it back. David for a knock on, and it could be a very controversial one. Laurie Daly does not believe he knocked it on. The ball came out of the hands of Wally Fullerton Smith.
If Laurie Daly has knocked the football on, that should have been a loose head and feed to Queensland.
That's inexplicable, that one.
Well, to me, if that's the situation, that's a dumb penalty. Danny Staines.
And there's a punch-up as well. Frustration's coming now. Players come to basically break it up.
Absolutely dumb stuff by Queensland, and it's still going on. Benny Elias is in there. This is dreadful stuff.
The penalty has gone to New South Wales right in front of the sticks for the initial infringement.
But why would he do it, David? They've just got a biggest let-off of all time. They've had the try disallowed, and now they've given New South Wales a certain 2 points.
So here he is lining up with it now. New South Wales 6-0. New South Wales 8-0. Through it goes with Michael O'Connor, and play will come back to the halfway mark. So the dummy half Hagan. Belcher with a long one across field. It's going to be taken by O'Connor. He gets to the wall, but he loses it. Another one bombed.
And the only time that Queensland have failed across New South Wales line in a State of Origin game, and they've got around about 14 minutes to correct that. A pass for McIndoe. Can he do it? He's up towards the halfway. Superb defence by Mark McGaw. Took both boots off. A copybook tackle in anyone's language.
Bootlace stuff.
There's the kick downfield. And it's Eddinghausen, who took a heavy knock before. Will he be reluctant to run it up? He's not. He got around Meninga. Quick ball movement. It goes across field. Now Lindner. Back for McIndoe. Back for Bella. Bella through the pass across field. Walters, here's a break. But good defence. Daly Langer. He's lost the football. And Bella's at the last chance for Queensland.
Queensland have normally gone in with a better backline on paper. New South Wales have been able to get up quickly and keep them quiet. Daly
steps inside beautifully. He's got Belcher to beat. He puts in a little kick. It's got to be a try. Oh, it's taken back there by Eddinghausen. Another 6 tackles. Eccles isn't put on the pressure. From the play, the ball. Stopping for the line, going to be a try, I'd say. It'll be Lazarus, held up. So that's Coyne unloads at Walters, they keep it going. Linda right over the top. Coyne, he gets it away outside, then to Kiss stepping back inside. This is good stuff, they keep it going. Working around with Staines. Staines looks for support. Walters is going to be put down 25 metres out. He's
knocked it on. Kevin Walters doesn't agree.
There it is, it's all over. New South Wales have won the opening encounter of State of Origin. They've taken the match by 8 points to 0 after they led by 6 points to 0 at the half-time break.
You can see there that New South Wales greatly relieved. They had an 8-match losing streak. They've turned it around tonight by winning by 8 points to 0.
Up front is where Ian Roberts is the man who produced 2 of the biggest hits of Game 1. He'll support the first Winfield man of the match, hooker and skipper Ben Elias, while Steve the Blocker Roach completes an unchanged pack of 6. More changes appear for Queensland, the return of the giant ball runner Sam Bacco. And Test hooker Kerrod Walters is the other change. He replaces brother Steve from the Sydney Clash, whilst Martin Bella completes a new-look Queensland side determined to leave Melbourne with a series win awaiting them at Lang Park in the clincher.
Belcher moves in after the whistle coming through from Greg McCallum, and it's underway now. The second of the State of Origin matches, Queensland and New South Wales. In by Ricky Stewart. Hasler starting to move, but getting across over there is Belcher underneath. And Belcher puts him down together with Bobby Linder. So McCallum getting onto those outside backs of the Queensland team.
Here's Hasler's down injured too, Bill.
There's the kick through coming by Ricky Stewart again. That's a big one, a very big kick, and look at them coming after it. New South Wales pouring after it, but McIndoe will dive on it over there. Plenty of pressure coming on from New South Wales.
Showing their hand early. Belcher was involved in the tackle from the base of the scrum, and New South Wales quick to kick the ball downfield.
Hasler in trouble down there, Tony Durkin.
Yeah, Desi Hasler certainly favouring his right leg.
So Walters, Queensland line deep. Lewis turned his back, unloaded the ball. The big pass from Walters. Lindner got the pass away. Good play. Dan Staines for the try line. Meninga drops the ball. And it's finally forced in the in goal, but the knock on by Queensland as Des Hasler leaves the field. And Andrew Farah will replace him.
Here's Dan Staines, goes a pace too far there, tries to fire the ball back on the inside. Meninga couldn't pick it up on his fingertips. That was a try chance for Queensland.
This is the final tackle. Lewis swings it across field. Down field with it, Belcher, a big kick. Eddinghausen underneath it, takes it safely. And Eddinghausen starts to move across field. A diving tackle by Bobby Linder, but he slipped out of it. Now he gets it away to Lyons, who's looked dangerous every time he's touched the ball, and he does it again. He's beaten the first tackle every time. And he's still going as Lyons. And eventually, yes, they got him into touch.
Inexperience not being able to use that touchline properly, David.
Well, he almost did extremely well, but just at the last minute there, Lewis in last-ditch cover defence as he tries to beat him on the outside.
Queensland in possession on 47 occasions, New South Wales 32.
One against the feed.
And Langer gets it away to Belcher into the back line. Here's a bit of trouble. Belcher dummies. Now he sends it back inside to Lewis. Lewis bustling through, pulled over about 8 metres short of the line. Queensland putting on the pressure now. Away from dummy half. Shearer Langer's lost it. New South Wales ball. Lewis belted down to the back play.
Well, Queensland certainly had opportunities here to set up the play. Here's the pass out of the dummy half position. Alan Langer tried to change direction as the ball was coming to him. Wally Lewis has not moved. He is prostrate on the ground. He hasn't moved. Now they're just the trainer getting to him. But in back play, Lewis was decked.
So it's a New South Wales ball after that scrum, and Farah comes away with it.
And we go touchline again with Tony Durkin. No, we'll wait. The big buster's made upfield by Maguire. And Maguire takes play over halfway. It's the final tackle for New South Wales. Roberts got the pass away to the scheming Elias. A beautiful pass back. There's been a late tackle. No, the referee says play on.
Martin Bella undoubtedly committed to the tackle, but now Martin Bella is also injured.
Yes, he's in big problems. But Tony Durkin, a report on Des Hasler.
A report on Des Hasler. Bad luck for him, a suspected broken ankle.
Queensland's territory. It's back for big blocker Roach.
The New South Wales back line now switching to the left-hand side of the field after 3 forward rucks.
Now they move it.
Punch up.
There's a punch up in back play. Lewis is into it.
Lewis and Roach.
Lewis and Roach.
Here it is, big Steve Roach. I tell you what, Wally Lewis got a couple of big ones on Steve Roach, and I think he's cut him.
Cut his eye.
Admittedly, Roach was outnumbered 3-1. He was in enemy territory. And down on the sideline, Tony Durkin, and with him, Greg Dowling.
Look at Elias.
Well, Greg, your old mate Steve Roach, I think he might have copped a good one there from Walter.
Yeah, he certainly did. He bit off more than he could chew there.
The penalty goes against Queensland. And
You can get a good look at it from there. In he comes, it's on its way. Direction is good, and that's the first 2 points on the board. So it's Elias, away to Ricky Stewart, crashed to the ground over there. Queensland pick it up and away goes Dan Staines.
He was tripped. Looked a trip to me from Ricky Stewart.
Meanwhile, Queensland go on the attack. This is Shearer working across field now. He gets it away to Lewis. Lewis gets up, starts to go again. Lewis charging his way through to Les Kiss, who's going to be knocked over the tackle by Lions.
Queensland player down in back play, David. Alan Langer, it appears a knee injury.
And away, here's Belcher. Belcher almost slicing his way through the centre. He's going to be knocked over in the tackle. Coming up to get him is Gillespie.
Not Alan Langer, it's one of the forwards.
Back it goes to Big Sam Backo, crashing his way for the line. He's going to be put down about 5. He got the pass back to Walters. Walters working across field. He finds Martin Bella. Bella back the other way. Shearer gets it on this time to Belcher, and Belcher's going to be bottled up. Queensland putting on enormous pressure, but New South Wales hanging out. How long can they do it? This is Kiss, taken pretty high again. But around the shoulders, says the referee. Final tackle. In his dummy half is Walters. What are they going to do here? Swings it back to Lewis. Lewis decides to put it up in the air. It's carrying down pretty well. They're all going at it. Ball rolling loose, knocked over the dead ball line.
And a fair bit of concern going out there is for Gary Coyne. There's his Canberra teammate in Gary Belcher across there.
Well, it was also a Canberra teammate that he tried to tackle. It was Ricky Stewart that was going to put a kick downfield. Coyne raced up to him, and they clashed heavily. It was
Trevor Gilmeister comes on as Coyne goes to the headbin. Now Queensland on the roll. It goes to the playmaker Lewis, to Dan Staines, who's been very involved in the first half. He's given it away. A big chance for New South Wales. It's Ricky Stewart up over halfway. I think he's going to score. Les Kiss is coming at him, but he won't catch him. Stewart goes over for his first try in Origin football, and it's come totally against the run of play. It's 6 points to 0, and the Blues are in the lead in this match at Olympic Park in Melbourne.
Well, it's a fickle game, rugby league. Queensland on the attack after a great run by Mal Meninga. Lewis fires the pass out. Dan Staines tries to get on the outside, turns the ball back on the inside. There's Ricky Stewart. And a lot of people have said Ricky Stewart hasn't got the pace to play representative football at half-back. Well, have a look at this. Some of the speedsters in the game were giving chase. Les Kiss was one of them. He couldn't get near him. And Ricky Stewart puts the first try on for the match, and New South Wales lead by 6 points to 0. This is the end on camera, picking him up, coming toward the camera, and Ricky Stewart gets there untouched.
Wishart. Waved away, so 1 from 2, right in front of the goalpost to Lewis, to Meninga. The Meninga got it to Lidner.
Pulled it forward.
Oh, what a superb pass. Lewis blows up. That will be worth looking at again, because Bob Lidner saw daylight.
Stewart. Crossfield bomb, sends Belcher racing across. Sits up for him. They left it to each other just like Eddinghausen did a moment ago. Belcher runs away. Great counter-attack, steps in field, still going. What a run. He unloaded the pass but went astray. That's offside. Off a New South Wales player. And picked up by Maguire in an offside position.
Yes, Belcher, magnificent of the Air New Zealand replay here. Left a trail of New South Wales defenders behind him.
Gillespie plays it. Now Stewart. Down for Belcher. Oh, he's made a mess of it. It's been picked up by Maguire.
Forward. Forward.
Forward. Oh, Stewart can't believe it. You better believe it, Ricky.
You've got to believe it, son. We can see it from up here. They can see it on Mars, that one. It was way forward from Maguire, and that is a tragedy for New South Wales. They had the winning of the game completely at their mercy with another 6-pointer.
Here's Backo, still going, but for how much longer can he do it? Lost the football. The Blues have it inside the Queensland quarter. Elias looks for a field goal. Let's have a look at it. It's going to be there. No, it's wide. Woo-wee.
Ultimate football. Oh.
Tough call to make.
Stewart splits Belcher and McIndoe. Magore's down there. He slips. Belcher gets through again. Outside, that was a mile forward. A mile. Lewis. I don't know how he let the pass go.
Well, we can only construe that somebody was between he and the footballers.
Queensland get a penalty. I really couldn't believe that he didn't call the pass back.
Close to halfway. That statistic that I just gave you looked a little strange. I'll fix that for you in a second. It's Meninga. Surges through and the big man still going. Looks for support. He eventually found Lindner out there. Lindner is caught by 3 defenders. 32 metres away. Last tackle signalled now for Queensland. Langer turned the ball to nobody. Benny Elias dives on it for the Blues.
Stewart again. Settling into a happier kicking game in the second half.
Certainly run Belcher around. He's had to run for very nearly every kick that's been put down there.
He does it well again to give McIndoe a run. And a great run. He can clap it on McIndoe. Shearer. So can this man. Lewis. Great counter-attack. Langer. The ball's going everywhere. 5 foot 3 inches. A halfback who nearly got right through. Lewis. Meninga out wide. Brought down by Mackay. But he got to his feet for Lewis. Bella. They're passing it everywhere. That's play on. Try. That's got to be a penalty. Elias.
Tackle before he got the ball.
He should be in the sin bin. Maguire's leaving the field. Siren is out there. It was going to be Gillespie, but he stays. Lewis. That was forward, I thought. Lindner loses it. New South Wales have got it. First knock on against Queensland. The Blues hang on.
Really is a great crowd who've enjoyed a really terrific game of football. There's Lindner involved again with a pass to McIndoe that looked a little forward. McIndoe claps on the pace. Oh, he's just ankle tapped by Stewart. Still going. Gets almost to the quarter line. Lindner in there at dummy half. Across for Walters. Now it's for Lewis. Now it's for Gilmister. Meninga is outside of him. The pass has gone astray. It's been knocked down. It's been picked up by Belcher. Out against the kiss. And that's a try. That is a Queensland try. Oh, what terrific football from the Maroons. Les Kiss in to score right in the corner.
Yes, on the Air New Zealand replay, we're seeing the tail end of it. The long run from McIndoe was the one that made the big bust into the New South Wales defence. We see Gilmister standing wide, getting a pass rather fortuitously away that came off the hands there of Mackay, and ultimately it goes beautifully out to Les Kiss, and Kiss goes over and scores the try in the corner.
Now Fittler is on the sideline, and Magore being assisted from the field. We'll watch Meninga's kick though from the sideline. Strikes it well. Goal! Great kick from Mal Meninga.
The crowds here continue to chant out. No one has left Olympic Park for this great match. Sirenin steps through. Unloads for Lazarus. Now there's a chance of field goal. Who's at home? The Blues lose it. Penalty. Oh, what a time to give it. Langer says, not me. Unbelievable pressure.
We'll see it again on the Air New Zealand replay. There's the tackle of Lazarus, and he just appeared to me to have stolen the ball from him. Now, whether the referee tackled the moment the first player, Lewis, has got him down. Did he call tackled at that point in time? He probably did.
25,800 at Olympic Park ride this one, as do everybody in New South Wales and Queensland. He's got it. They stretch it by one, the Blues.
McIndoe to dummy half to Lewis to Langer. Langer nowhere to go. He's got it back for Kieran Walters, who's running backwards to go forward. Now it's been intercepted by Brad Mackay. That's the State of Origin series gone. New South Wales wrap it up with Brad Mackay. An intercept try in his first State of Origin match. And he's wrapped up the series.
Yes, well, the Air New Zealand replay will show clearly that when you try to play touch football or instant pass football at the end of the game, catch up, things will go wrong. And this is what went wrong for Queensland. Out there it goes. The intended pass coming back inside from Kester Meninga was intercepted by Mackay. and he steals the ball and goes about from the quarter line to the goal line to score.
And it's wide in any case. But it's 12-6. There is the siren. And New South Wales have wrapped up the State of Origin series for 1990. They cannot be beaten. They will go to Brisbane with an unbeatable lead of 2 games to none. The crowd has really enjoyed a terrific game of football here in Melbourne. Benny Elias, captain of the victorious side, cheered from the field by his side. Oh yeah, you can hear him. How sweet victory is. And the Blues go over to the crowd to thank them for their support here in Melbourne. And here comes the King. The King leads the Maroons onto Lang Park. And the crowd rises to the occasion. A very solemn look on Lewis's face, and Lindner following him.
Wally Lewis.
Wally Lewis, he gets all the publicity. He gets an enormous amount of pressure put on himself by the Queensland supporters. Here comes the New South Wales team.
Benny Elias leads the Blues on. A mixed reception, but I must say there are more New South Wales fans here than I've seen for a long time as the Blues make their way onto Lang Park.
David Manson gets us underway. Lock yourself into your seat. This is going to be a tough one tonight for both sides. Willie Kahn, debut night, gets his first touch in representative football. Stewart. Maguire was standing very flat. Knocked down by Lewis. It'll come back. Manson's already called it back.
Well, the crowd are roaring, but Mr. Manson's seen a knock on there, and he's brought the play back about 30 metres, and he's even being booed by his own crowd. There was a slack pass here on the replay. Now, that didn't come off a hand. That came off the shoulder of Wally Lewis, so conceivably the referee might have been just a little touch hasty with that decision.
Walters, there was a gap there for him. They can't go to sleep with somebody like that. The ball was stolen, said Manson.
Well, again, we'll have to see this very clearly on the Air New Zealand replay. Benny Elias stole the ball from his hands, no question about it.
Now Belcher strikes it, and the Maroons have the early lead, 2-0 over New South Wales. Here's Roberts. Can he offload? Yes, he can. Elias was there for it. It's come back for Stewart. Stewart ducking under one, 10 metres short of the line. Great opportunity for New South Wales. Line side, getting closer, 3 metres away. Gillespie plays it. From dummy half goes Lazarus, he's in to score. They made it look so easy. The Queenslanders caught napping, and Glenn Lazarus was able to capitalise.
Well, I've got to say that's a soft try, an extremely soft try that Lazarus has been allowed to score. I don't think he had to even do terribly much work for it. Look, there it is, just the United Air New Zealand replay just shows it. Let's see it at another angle. He just picks the ball up, throws a little dummy. It wasn't even a real good dummy.
Looks good for me. Beautiful kick from Wishart.
They moved up on both sides of the ruck. Last tackle. Langer. Angle for touch. Is it good enough? Eddinghausen gets it on the second bounce. He gets away from 2. And Karen Walters. 4 and 5. Taken by Bella. What a run.
Now here's Bacco. Bacco beat the first tackle. Walters straight up the middle. Lost the football again, but a very dangerous break from him. He's done that twice already. Here's Eddinghausen bringing it back brilliantly. Langer again with the feed, 35 out from the Blues line. Here's Lewis. Lewis a little dummy. The King runs and look for Jackson. Jackson claiming he was held back, and the referee agrees with him.
Yeah, I think you'll see it the same way as the referee saw it. Air New Zealand replay. Lewis through, pass away to Jackson, tackled. Well, about exactly the same time.
Doesn't strike it all that well, but he's going to strike it good enough.
Elias with a little scurry. And a dummy. A step. He ducks, gets clear. McGaw for the corner. He's got there. Touch judge says that's a try to David Manson. The Blues get their second. Lake Park a little stunned.
We'll see it on the Air New Zealand replay. This is what the sort of thing that I was expecting and hoping that Elias would pull out. This little stuttering run that he's got. He completely evaded the first line of defence. Got the pass away to McGaw there, about 15 metres in. Now watch very closely. Yes, he gets the ball down before he takes over the corner flag. Now there's Elias at his classical best on the Air New Zealand replay. The little stutter, the little run. I think the player that he evaded there was Gilmeister. The pass to McGaw was successful, and in he goes for the try. He's got this down to a fine art. This is something that only he does, this sort of running, that almost stopping and then goes again. He's got obviously quick acceleration.
No worries about distance, strikes it well enough, but it's wide. Lewis across the paddock. Infield for Lindner, out for Khan, can't handle it. Manson says the pass was forward anyway.
Lindner goes in the dummy half. Blindside, got him back. Gilmeister looks for support. Got it on for Walters. Out for Jackson. Out for Belcher. Belcher for the line and scores! Swivel around and just got the hand down.
There's no doubting the skills of Belcher, and there's no doubting the pace that the man has. He is an electric runner, as you'll see again on the Air New Zealand replay. This was a classy bit of football, and requiring a man of his extraordinary strength and agility. The pass came out to Lindner, to Gilmeister rather, back there to Jackson, to Belcher, and Belcher with a big swivel to keep himself from doing a double movement, was able to get himself over the line.
As Lewis from out wide puts it, oh, it's gone through the post. What a kick from Lewis. That's his first ever State of Origin goal. And the crowd pay homage to the king. And he's not going to find touch. A bad mistake right on the halfway mark. Belcher is going to try and do something miraculous here. Can't do it. Takes the tackle from Stewart. Becco wants to get involved. So does Gilmeister. Just a bit of pushing and shoving. Nothing in it. Martin Bella says, hey. Referee says, hey, Martin saying more than that.
I thought Martin Bella was going to flog the referee then. He turned around with a very angry look at his face. But the score at half-time couldn't be better from our point of view anyway. A 10-all draw at this stage, and we've seen some exciting but some football that's been played in a fairly haphazard fashion. Both sides have spread the ball about.
Important passage of play the first 5 and 10 minutes here from the break. Langer little chip and chase for himself. Clyde read it beautifully. But Langer threw him to the ground. Now Queensland are roaring onto it.
And here comes Big Sam Becco charging into them. Got it back for Langer. Langer's linked up with Lindner. Lindner tried to get through two defenders. Couldn't quite get there. Just 10 metres away. Shearer got it away for Lewis. Lewis is pulled out 10 metres away. Here comes Gilmeister, charging straight ahead. Can he get the ball down? He's over the line, but can't get the ball down.
I don't think he knew where he was.
Well, whether he did or not, he certainly couldn't ground the football. He's shown a little bit of temperament there and bashed the ball on the ground.
Now it's with Stewart. For Mackay, the little kick ahead, but it's straight into the waiting arms of Belcher. It's the last person you want to kick to, but he's not going to do much good this time, Belcher, as ET's got him.
Well done.
Grounded him over the line.
He's standing as one of the top prop forwards in Sydney at the moment.
Jackson over the halfway. Looking menacing. As Queensland start to get a roll on. Langer from dummy half. Found some room down the blind side. Almost got to the quarter line. A quick play the ball. Walters looking for support. Got it back. Some pressure now for New South Wales as Khan puts the kick ahead. ET has to make the ball dead. Gee, there was some real pressure on the Blues then. Only 32 metres away from the New South Wales line. Langer for Belcher. The little kick ahead. McIndoe is chasing. ET has not picked it up cleanly. Coyne down. Coyne's knocked it on. Oh, that was so close.
Well, this is as harum scarum as you can get. On the Air New Zealand replay, Coyne had the line beckoning.
As you can see, Maguire has left the field and Alexander is in the side.
Kevin Wallace is on for Peter Jackson, who's off the field. Sam Backo also being replaced. 16, Andrew G to take his slot.
On their last tackle. Little fumble wasn't in the dummy half. Elias will tow this. Will he have the pace? Walters and Elias. Oh, you've got to give it to Kieran Walters. He wasn't going to let the opposite slip under his guard. It's 10-all here at Lang Park. Sargent. Good, strong run. And just palms one off. Stands after a third tries to put him down. One more tackle. Stewart. Little chip into some space. Will it sit up? Runs away from Belcher. He kicks it. Well, that was a bad break for New South Wales. Stewart. Well, now McIndoe might do something. McIndoe climbs away, does he? Oh, great cover defence. That's a front rower. Mark Sargent. Lewis the dummy. They all took it. He's got support. McIndoe's in field. Will he get there? No. 10 metres out. The Blues are on the rack. Walters knocked down. Was he offside? Well, if he had to pick Gilmeister, I think Gilmeister was through under the post. Dummies the same way. Now back Gilmeister for Coyne. Good support from the back rowers. Lewis, very wide. Back in field. Jackson, his first touch, he nearly gets a try. Quickly to his feet. Kevin Walters charging onto it. Shearer, there looked to be a little shepherd in there. It'll come back for the knock-on. Shearer's arguing. Gilmeister's arguing.
He spat the dummy.
And Manson is very cool.
Have a look at this on the Air New Zealand replay.
Walters for Lewis. Along the ground, touched by New South Wales again. I thought the tackle count hasn't been signalled to restart as Belcher brings it back. This is the last tackle. I reckon he missed one.
Well, I reckon they're all heroes, New South Wales, at the moment.
Langer with some players outside, but got the ball back inside. Try! That'll be a try! Queensland are in the score. Pick up who the try scorer is in a minute.
It's Jackson, I think. Steve Jackson.
Arthur Beetson smiling. And it is, it's Steve Jackson.
Well, watch this Air New Zealand replay. Little Langer runs wide, turns it back in, and this is what it's all about. He got the ball now.
Pushed it out to the right. So he can't have the extras, but Queensland have the lead in this State of Origin number 3. 14-10 over the Blues.
Well, 14-10, New South Wales were claiming they should have been granted a penalty.
I don't think there's any doubt in the wide world it was a penalty. Look at this, how long they took to get Magore over the sideline.
Maintain that Australian jersey. Kieran Walters for Coyne. He was hammered by Sirinen. Kick through, and he's going to rule O'Connor offside after it ricocheted off Sirinen.
So Lewis with this penalty shot. Misses. It's just wide. Here's Alexander from Magore. Now for O'Connor. McIndoe takes him. Farah. Just 10 metres inside the Queensland half. Clyde. Down the touchline. Bradley Clyde. Belcher across in cover. Defence has got to him now. But Lyon pushed him over the line, over the touchline. But that was very near thing.
Bradley Clyde, Air New Zealand replay, did everything right. Again, Wally Lewis is there.
Lewis being harassed and lost the football. New South Wales pick it up. Eventually, a couple of players tried to. Now there's 40 seconds left and the Blues are on the corner. What can they do? Mackay caught by Langer. Desperation stuff for the Blues. They've got to do something really quick. Ricky Stewart sandwiched in the tackle. Lewis was in there. So was Kevin Walters. Come back for Alexander. Now for O'Connor. O'Connor for the corner and thrown it anywhere. Queensland come up with a football. That was the last throw of the dice for New South Wales. Andrew G was the player who dived on the loose ball. They'll take a couple of tackles and the siren will sound and the crowd will tell you when it's all over. There it is. Queensland have won the third State of Origin match of 1990. And this parochial Lang Park crowd let these players know that they've really enjoyed this game of football. And why wouldn't they? It has been a sensational game.
Thank you very much, Neil, to Winfield. It's first and foremost, I'd like to congratulate my players and Jack Gibson and the management for a tremendous series. It's certainly one that has brought a lot of pride back in that in the blue jersey. But we're very proud. Congratulations to Wally and his men tonight.